After you walk across that stage and graduate, nigga, you ain't baby no more. You ain't baby boy, you ain't Juju, Junior, and Son no more. You a grown ass fuck nigga with no job. You know what I mean? Your mom and daddy in your room. Nigga, is you job hunting? Is you working? You know, is you trying to get a job? Feel me? And then once you get a job, your parents start looking at your motherfucking bowl of cereal, you know? You know how your mom and dad used to buy the cereal for the whole family? They're like, damn, you gonna eat all that cereal? Feel me? You got a job now, you can buy your own shit. Now you buying your own shit. Your whole family. Soon after you graduate, your whole family, they face, they gaze when they look at you, is not a baby no more. They don't look at you like no little boy, you know, trying to make it. They look at you as a man. They like, damn, you got a job for it, nigga? What your plan is? What you gonna do after this? You understand what I'm saying? It seems like the only way to escape that shit is you go your ass to the Navy, the military, or college. Other than that, you're going to be job after job, working here and there, Burger King, Smoothie King, Amazon, Home Depot, Walmart. You just going to be going job to job as a broke fuck, nigga. Best get you on your streaming, and you got these many ways of hustling nowadays. But once you get out of high school, bro, they do not look at you as the same, bro. Feel me? Same thing with daughters, man. Some daughters, they moms be hating on them so bad, they be in competition with them before they even turn 18. Feel me? They 16, 17. They like, man, fuck it. Feel me? They be hating on their daughter and shit like that, right? So both of them, men and women, that shit be brutal. But once you walk across that stage, nigga, you not baby boy. You not a little kid no more. Like, they not looking at you like, oh, that sweet boy, he played for Sweet Pea or, you know, Pee Wee. No, nigga, where your job at? Life get very serious after high school, man. It get very tragic, very lonely. You become a supreme maximum gooner if you know, by yourself and you're lonely. You be in and out of jobs, Amazon, McDonald's, Walmart. Unless, like I said, you go to the military, Job Corps, or a trade or some shit like that. And even then, it's all time wasted, bro. You're gonna be right back where you fucking started. Once you get out that bitch, you just be making a little bit more money, right? And when you see how your family treat you and you see how your friends treat you, this is what makes you dehumanize people. It makes you dehumanize women and men. You pair that with loneliness and lust, that's how you end up nutting on women's neck, drive-by nutting on women's necks, jerking off in public. You become a sadist. You become a fucking fool, right? You get very angry at people. You want to stab people, shoot people if they cross you. It is very, very crucial. Very, very detrimental. The reason you dehumanize people is because you see that the world doesn't care about you, and they almost dehumanize you. They almost see you as nothing. It's like you don't even exist. You're an invisible person unless you have money, status, or very good looks. And so that makes it easy for you to not care about people, to not see them as anything, right? Because they don't see you as anything. And then you got the fucking basketball players, the rappers that was doing good in high school and college, right? They had a little bit of clout. They was moving up in the world, but you know, they get an injury, they get a failed deal, a failed contract, something like that, and then you fall off. All the money you made, all the clout you made, it don't mean nothing because that shit only lasts for like 1 or 2, 3 years, right? Now you 25, 26, back at square one, and now it's even worse because you even older, right? But that's why you gotta have your own hustle, like Kai and Wardrobe, young nigga named Wardrobe. They started when they was young, Speed and all them. That's why you gotta take advantage. That's why you gotta chase your dreams young. You gotta make sure you know what you wanna do in the world. And if it's a dream-alike dream, go after it, bro. Hustle, make your money on live. Hustle, make your money on YouTube. Hustle, make your money doing anything. I don't give a fuck if it's TikTok shop or damn selling clothes, whatever you gotta do. Because what you'll realize, if you don't make enough money, you're gonna be invisible. You're gonna live a horrible, strenuous life. You're gonna be very nasty. You're gonna have a nasty attitude. And that's not good for men. It's not good for men to be lonely. Not good for men to be broke. This is just a crazy deal, man. It's just a horrible thing to be, man. If you broke and you lonely, you don't give a fuck about no one. No one gives a fuck about you. This is the most dangerous nigga in the world. Once that type of person figures out, man, it's over with, right? I'm finna just go berserk on the world. The despair pill. Some people go through it for a little while. Some people go through it their whole life. One thing that you will know is that when you get out of high school, there'll be an extensive period around 21 to 24 where you're gonna want to end it fucking all. You know what I'm saying? The reason I never made a video on this is because I thought this was exclusive to me. I thought it was something that I went through because I was a failure. My music career had failed, and I failed many, many years trying to make it work. I failed many, many years being nobody, just a fucking bum. My phone was never on. I was in and out of fucking jobs, and I was out of a job more than I had a job. I was a complete overall loser. I never had girlfriends. and all that type bullshit. My brother, he always had a girlfriend. He didn't have a problem getting a girlfriend and shit like that. Then he had kids. I love my nephew and my niece, but I don't have any kids, but I want kids. Feel me? I'm an overall buster and a failure. Every day that you wake for many, many years, you will just think about offing yourself throughout the whole fucking day. And there will be periods and stints where you may smile a little bit, eat your favorite food, meet your favorite friend, go watch a movie. But at the end of the day, there will be days where you want to end it all. And there will be days where you have motivation. You see Dorian Yates or Ronnie Coleman, you want to work out, lose weight. But this is also how I got fat. During this period of time, I got very depressed. And the reason why I relate to those Tiss My Live videos of him eating and shit like that, I used to do that same fucking thing. I used to get triple cheeseburgers from Wendy's and McDonald's, and I used to stack them together. So that's 2 triple cheeseburgers, a fucking 6 triple cheeseburger. It's a 6-patty burger, and I used to eat that, and then my heart would beat fast when I lay down, and I would pray to God that I die in my sleep or die of a heart attack, and I would smile a little bit when my heart skipped a beat and shit like that. I wanted to die every fucking day because I was a failure. And I was trying this whole time to make it, but I was a failure. Doing better now. I'm past my mid-20s. I'm past that earlier stint. So anybody that's going through that, weather the storm or do better than me. I pray you do better than me by doing things that I didn't do, which is don't waste your time on one avenue, on one thing like sports or MMA or music. Do many things, multiple things, and I understand it's pride. That's pride that's telling you, no, I gotta stick to this one thing to prove everybody that said I was not gonna do shit wrong, right? That's why I did music so long. People said I couldn't rap and sing and all that. So I really tried really hard for many years to prove them wrong. Don't waste your fucking time on them. Fuck your family, fuck your friends, get your money, and just reach people any way that you can and make your life better for yourself. Do like these girls doing nowadays. These girls getting their own houses, their own apartments, their own cars. Grind like these women, man. Don't waste your time trying to prove yourself to nobody, because all they gonna fucking do is live their life and live shitty their whole fucking life. Fuck them. Do your own thing. You know, the concept of booty bandits really isn't funny. Booty bandits are the most dangerous creatures on this planet. These are men who rape people. It could be women or men, but specifically men in prison or in these projects and things like that. They seek out weak men or men that are timid, and they will take your cheeks, they will take your ass. A realist will tell you that it really doesn't matter how good you can fight, how strong you are. If a group of men want to take your ass, there's nothing that you can do about it. I think this dude named Percy OG or whatever, he said that. He said the reason he didn't get his ass taken, straight up facts, is because of God or, you know, his favor. Because he said if somebody want to take your ass, they're going to just take it. Not one person. You could probably beat one person or 2 people, maybe. But he said if a group of men want to take your ass, they're going to take it. Like, remember Shawshank Redemption? Shawshank Redemption, that nigga spent the whole film fighting them niggas. He spent the whole film fighting them, but he kept getting his ass taken. But he just kept on fighting. That's just what it was. What's the point of me mentioning Shawshank Redemption? Because he fought. For the people that say, well, I'll fight, or you gotta do this or do that. That's what he did in the film. If you watch it, he fought every time they tried to take his ass. And they took his ass, right? Booty bandits aren't really funny. I think they should be, well, I just got a video taken down for hate speech or whatever. But I think that they should have the utmost punishment. They should have the worst and highest degree of punishment. Because they're sick, they're evil, they're bullies. They're all these things combined. Somebody who runs around and wants to invade somebody's sexual privacy and invade somebody's personal space for power or for their own sexual pleasure, they're a monster. You know, booty bandit, jump behind the fucking bushes on women and slip things in their drink and jump behind the fucking couch on women and shit like that. You are a sick man. You're an individual that needs to be put down. The reason I talk about this is because it's a lot of men that might make a mistake and go to prison, juvenile camps. And in these places, you have boys that have been in jail their whole life. And some of them, unfortunately, have a doctor mentality of taking ass. All they know is ass. They never even had vagina, probably. And they will take your ass. I remember some places in Florida, you might go to jail for a little crime or whatever, and you end up getting your cheeks taken. Not even by adult men, by the teenagers. Before you even become an adult, they're taking your ass because these are booty bandits. These are people who have adopted the barbarian mentality and adopted sexual gratification through the means of violence. So to me, booty bandits aren't funny. They're the worst people on this earth. And when I say booty bandits, I mean both booty bandits or just rapists. People that rape women and men, kids, anything like that. You're a sick fuck. You're a sick individual. And they need to be punished. Dying broke pill. You don't want to die broke. And that's not just financially, but that's spiritually as well. The three kings pill. Exclusive to me because I love these three kings, but they directly tie into the black pill. This is King Saul, King David, and King Solomon. And they come right after each other. They reign just like that. Saul was tall, handsome. David was handsome. Solomon wasn't known for his looks, but he was known for having wealth, known for having people love him. The Israelites, God loved him, right? And he was also very wise. They all died with a punishment. They all died with severance from God. They all died with problems, right? Except for David. David died with problems and turmoil in his family, but he was promised that a king would come through his lineage and be on the throne forever, sit upon the throne forever. That was Jesus. That's why Jesus comes through David's lineage. King Solomon actually ruined his goddamn relationship with God. He actually messed it up completely. God was very angry with Solomon because he straight away got with these women. He was lustful. He was warned not to get with these women, not because they're different races. That's something that racist people come up with. It was because they had different cultures. They had different ideologies and they was worshiping false gods. He was warned, don't ever get with the different cultures of women. He did it anyway. He did it in droves, 700 women. He fell from grace with God. And God actually wanted to take the lineage completely off because of Solomon. But because of his promise to David, he kept it alive because of David. King Saul, the nigga died on his sword. Sad, very upset, committed suicide on a damn field. Saul was once loved. He was handsome. He was anointed. He was tall. He had everything. But he fell victim because he liked public opinion. He liked public opinion more than God. He was very jealous of David. He was very jealous of things, and he fell from grace with God. And what this says about each king is they all had problems, but they all died broke. Maybe not because of wealth, like as far as money, but they died broke as in they died with a torn spirit. They died with a torn spirit from God. And like I said, even though David had the best promise, he still died torn spiritually because he had a lot of things that he had to go through because of his sin, because of his curse. You know, he had a lot of family turmoil. A lot of his sons was killed and, died in different ways. He was very sad in life. A lot of celebrities died broke, not just spiritually, but wealth-wise too. Tupac's mother, Biggie's mother said they died broke. They ain't have no fucking money, right? This is a very common thing. My whole thing to you is this world is about to end. So when I say invest, don't just invest in stocks and shit like that. Prophecy is money is about to be nothing. It's about to be thrown in the streets. That's a prophecy. And they're going to try to make you do this and do that. I don't know what the fuck the goddamn full prophecy is. I'm not going to even speculate. But the best thing you can invest in is building your own house on the outskirts, planting your own fruit, and having water and shit like that. Right? Use the money that's worth something in this time period to build that on the outskirts. Keep your relationship strong with God, keep your relationship strong with your family, and then preach it to your family so that they can keep it going until it's the end, right? I'm not saying to finish sitting here and bake that shit in your head. I don't give a fuck if you do it or not. I'm doing that. And that is the three kings pill. You must learn from this.